So do you like someone who can give banter as much as they can take it?
Listen, I'm like king of banter.
Bold statement.
What?
I'll tell you if
Do you
king
like
of
banter?
Yeah, I love banter.
Sick, innit?
All right, Dave, we are back. It's just you and I again. Jessica's out. Mike
back,
is
Turbo.
out.
Miss you boys, miss you girls.
Episode 41.
41 ski. It's gonna be a good one.
I stole it.
Dirk Nowitzki, 41. Bang.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this all week.
Okay.
Because
You got more.
No, I have one more.
Okay.
I got this one on my own. I was like, oh, duh, it's for me.
Mhm.
Like, I could see you not thinking of it, but it's a my guy kind of guy.
Mhm.
But I eventually ChatGPT'd it, bro. There are not 41. My guy's Declan Rice.
Okay.
Right? Obviously,
Yeah,
Declan.
yeah. Arsenal. What number was Randy Johnson? He's working close to his number.
Ooh.
He would have popped up in that list as a. I don't know
51.
if he's. Okay, it's 51. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when we get there,
Ladies and gentlemen,
We have the
we
unit up
are
here.
into episode 41. Please like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube, Spotify stuff. It helps a lot, goes a long way. We're holding our mics today because we are in a new studio-ish.
yes,
We're
Sirski.
trying to figure it out. It's a little bit different. The jerseys are back. That's exciting. I told Abe to try to speak into the side of the mic. That's why he's holding it that way. So if you think it's weird, it's my fault. Probably a little too much, but whatever. It is what it is.
I'm
Hopefully
just
we sound-
like, I'm paying attention to your word, man. I'm listening. You
No,
know?
that's perfect right there.
Okay,
That's
okay,
perfect
okay.
right there.
I'm just playing around. You know, we got to figure. We're working through this right now.
Sound check sounded great.
I bet.
So hopefully the audio sounds good here. We are currently watching the NBA draft. So this is Wednesday night. And yeah, I mean, I guess we can get right into it. Like we said, no Jessica. So there's no hot corner on the clock. There's no on the clock.
On the
buzzer
clock.
beater.
Yeah.
But we can do that other thing where we just on three name two teams.
I'm game.
I think last time we did Premier League, it didn't work the way you said Leicester, which is like, I don't know.
Oh, Premier League teams. Yeah.
So we'll do the NBA this time. We'll do first to three wins and then we'll move on to the agenda.
Okay.
You remember how it goes?
I do.
All right. So on three, say a team. Ready?
Why are we doing teams?
Well, we were going to do teams and then whoever says a player that played for both of them first wins.
Okay. Got you.
You got me?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Cavs.
Raptors. There's somebody.
Mo Williams. I don't think he played for both.
There's got to be somebody. Cavs and Raptors.
Cavaliers or Raptors.
Dang, we stalled in the beginning of the video.
Kyle Lowry. No. Let's
I
get
told you.
another one.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Sixers.
Celtics. Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
quick with
1-0.
it.
1-0. 3, 2, 1. Lakers.
I didn't have one. Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
Magic.
Bucks. Magic and Bucks. That's impossible. Good luck.
Name a player that's played for the Bucks besides like a Giannis.
Michael Redd. All right, run it back.
Yeah, let me think of a team. All right, I'm good.
3, 2, 1.
Pacers.
Heat.
Jesus.
Nah, Heat Pacers. The fighter Johnson.
I got you. Yeah. No, I'll give it to you.
What's his name?
I'll give it to you.
Dude, everyone cares. He played for
Everybody's
the
cared,
Jazz
yeah.
too. He set it up. All right.
Does that count? I'll give you half a point for that.
What is his name? You know his name?
I do, but I can't think of it right now. I'm drawing a super blank right now. No, it's not Stanley Johnson.
No, it's someone with a G. I thought.
Is it like JJ?
I'm taking the full point.
Okay, fine.
All right. Last one. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Celtics.
Wizards. Kristaps Porzingis.
Jeez, I got smoked in this round. This
Nice.
is not good at all.
Apologies for the
3-0.
stall in the beginning there, ladies and gentlemen, but
It's harder than you think.
it was fun at the end. Well, I'm pretty sure we should try to figure out who has played for the Cavs and the Raptors.
It's definitely a chat GBT. Just like who has played for both
I kept
of these
thinking
teams.
Siakam because the Pacers and Raptors give me similar vibes,
Mhm.
but I'm not getting anybody.
Sajunas Ilgauskas. He obviously didn't play for the Raptors.
Yeah.
I'm just naming one player that played for one of the teams.
All right. Well, there goes that. I guess we can segue right into the NBA since we were already doing an NBA type, I guess, trivia thing. the finals have come to a conclusion.
Yes, sir.
The youngest team ever to win, I think, something like that. Youngest team since I think maybe the 70s or 60s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oklahoma City Thunder came away with a victory in Game 7. So we left everybody, I think, after Game 5. Yep. We said there's a chance the Pacers win, but we just didn't. We
were doubting because of the Halliburton news going into Game 6. He was questionable for Game 6.
Yeah, but he played pretty well.
He played very well in Game 6. He had probably his best game of the series in that game and led them forward. I mean, Indiana was at home, so you have your role players playing better those games, but he led them to a win to force the Game 7. And Game 7 happened in OKC. Eventually, took it home.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, so Halliburton gets hurt in Game 7 early on. That plays a crucial factor. Yep. So he tore his Achilles.
So
the next year is going to be tough.
Done because he went so late into this season as well. It's already June. And
they have a lot of decisions to make for contracts and whatnot. So, I mean, that changes a lot for next season because they were going into Game 7 thinking, what a great year no matter what happens. Right. At this point, they need to figure out how much money they want to give out with Halliburton, who's going to be out all year.
They should give it all to Tej, man. Tej just put it all on the line and was hooping.
Yeah, he was. You want to know something? Halliburton led that game in 3-point shots made.
Because he hit 3 in the first?
Yeah, he came out and hit 3.
Yeah.
And then towards
he might have put up like a 50-point game if he didn't tear his Achilles.
Yeah, he was cooking. I mean, it stinks too because I don't know of Achilles tears that I know that it's on the way. But he had a calf strain and then he's overusing his Achilles, I guess, to compensate for it. Not purposefully, but
I mean, we saw this before. It's literally the same story that happened to KD in the finals, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
When he was playing the Raptors. Like KD was coming back from a calf strain. He was like, it's the NBA finals. I'm gonna play. If I can get out on the court, I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
And the worst case scenario happened to both these players in this situation.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Would you have stepped foot on that floor if you had a chance to win an NBA championship, knowing you had a calf strain?
Oh, yeah. Would you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not guaranteed to ever get back there.
I mean, there's 0% of his brain that is thinking,
I might get hurt.
Yeah. Trey Johnson just went to the Wizards.
Nice. I do think having these injuries in the NBA finals for both of these players, I do think calf strains are not going to be played with at all moving forward, even if it's the NBA finals. Because
that's a good point.
That is a catastrophic injury. I mean, it used to end careers. Like this is medicine's came a long way, but this is a nasty, nasty injury.
Yeah, it's one of those that don't seem like a big deal. Calf strain, I don't know, small leg muscle relative to other things, but if like the calf, almost like it connects the leg to particular very fragile ligaments. So you don't realize how much you're really using it when you're running, jump, or maybe you do, but obviously that gets neglected nonetheless. And it puts your Achilles and other tendons at risk for sure.
Yeah. It's just nasty.
So with that, I mean, I don't want to act like Halliburton getting injured is the reason the Thunder won. I think they were more than a capable team.
They won 68 games this season. Come on.
Yeah, and so I do want to draw some attention to SGA's historic year.
My gosh, talk about it.
Yeah, so MVP,
Finals MVP.
All-Star, Finals MVP, NBA champion.
Western Conference MVP.
So the only other players to do that, do you know them?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
LeBron?
Nope.
LeBron's never done this?
Not in the West.
Oh, okay.
He probably did it in the East.
Cobes or Shaq?
Shaq.
No Cobes?
Nope.
Okay. And there's one more?
Yep. Skyhook.
Kareem the Dream?
Mm-hmm.
So Dirk's playoff run, he didn't do all the. I guess he didn't win MVP.
He didn't win MVP in the season, yeah. And then I think he scored the most points ever in a playoff run, or maybe most since Jordan or something like that.
Okay.
Like he had a legit playoffs, not only year, but he, I believe, broke the record for most 30 and 10 games in a playoff run with 12 or 13.
Super consistent, Mr. Consistency.
Yeah, like I said, he just does it every time. And yeah, I mean, unbelievable season from Shai. Something I thought was cool too. Not to like get sentimental necessarily, but they were interviewing his brother.
Okay.
At the parade, and they talked about Shai, and he was like, "Yeah, he's a great player, and he's awesome, but that's not what makes him great." Which I thought was interesting.
What makes him great now?
Well, his little brother was like, yeah, he's just like happens to be good at basketball, but he's really just a great guy, which is.
He's also Canadian. That helps.
Yeah. I mean, not that I care like so much about that, but it is cool to see not only a guy who's humble, but the family seems to be humble too. And it's like, yeah, he's good at basketball, but being a good person is important to this family.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he deserved everything that's came with it. He's been absolutely dominant this whole year, and I doubted him coming into the playoffs, and he's proven that he was the best player this year, and he was on the best team, and they won the championship.
Yeah, seriously. So with that team being the youngest, having won the championship,
are we talking the D
word? I was gonna say the question has to be asked. Are we talking dynasty? What do you think?
I mean, with the way that their GM will be able to maneuver through whatever is going on with the NBA, you're seeing all these crazy trades happening. I have full faith in Sam Presti to run an organization. He's what I feel like Howie's done for the Eagles in the last 5 or 6 years. Sam Presti has been unbelievable, and they have so much young talent. This team is going to be together for a while, and I think they're going to do a lot of damage to the NBA.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I don't necessarily, me in Dynasty, I'm pretty picky when we talk about this stuff, but I just think particularly because this team has all those draft picks.
Yeah.
So in my head,
so many moves can be made.
And some of the signings, are going to get tricky. SGA is already on a big contract, right?
He's probably going to get like $70 million with this new CBA.
I think he just signed though, like for maybe I'm wrong, but obviously Jalen Williams is going to get a huge contract. Chet probably. I think Chet has so much more room to grow as a player. Yeah. I don't think he's even like scratch the surface of what he can be.
He just needs to be on the court, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And when he's on the court, he's good. Yeah. So I just think not only do they have the youngest team, they made all those moves with the Paul George trade and I can probably even dating back to the Durant moves and stuff where they have like 2 first-round picks for the next like 5 or 6. They have the most first-round picks for the next 5 years. And they just won the NBA championship. Yeah.
Like I said, Sam Presti knows exactly what he's doing.
Right. And so what I mean by that too is like worst case, so they can just keep developing the farm with a young team and a young core and get draft picks. But worst case scenario, shit sort of hits the fan. You're going to have let's just say you keep SGA and Williams or SGA and Chet. Mm-hmm. Move your draft picks for a great player, and boom, you're in a good position again. So, Thunder win the NBA Finals. I think a lot of people could have predicted it. None of us did in the sense of like
they're too young. Brackets, as you said, the youngest team that will maybe win an NBA championship.
Yeah, in hindsight, it looks kind of silly. I think the NBA. I don't know. It was all that exciting. Like there were a lot of dominant series. I think the finals was one of the more exciting ones. The Knicks Pacers was great.
The Pacers had good series.
The Pacers swept everybody. Like it was good to see an underdog whoop ass, but like until they got to the Knicks, it wasn't really competitive. No,
I don't know. I felt like they had good series. They just had like competitive games. I feel like.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of excitement. Yeah, you're right. Because like how
they're coming down to the wire for
4 buzzer beaters.
Like everything was just like so tight, and then it was like one play made made the game go one way or another, and the Pacers always seem to be on top.
Golly, 2 in a row. What are you doing, man? You're gonna get us canceled.
I know.
All right. Kevin Durant to the Rockets. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I got these details because I was confused on who went where, but I'll break it down for you.
Yeah, run us through that.
So KD's going to Houston, and in return, the Rockets are getting Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. Or the Suns are getting, sorry. Yeah, it's going that way. And then the Suns are actually receiving Houston's 10th pick in this draft. So they're about to be up on the clock. And then the Rockets are receiving 5 second-round picks from the Suns.
So they're getting KD and 5 second-round picks?
No, they're trading 5 second-round picks. They got the 10th pick in this draft.
Oh, and KD.
I'm sorry. No. That went to the Suns. Oh, you're right. Yeah, they got KD and 5 picks. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So at first I didn't get it. And then the more I'm reading about this and the more
I just confused you again. All the picks went to the Suns.
The Rockets got KD and gave up 5 picks total.
Well, 6 picks because they traded the
this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, KD went to the Rockets.
Yes, that's the big news.
I didn't get it at first. I think I just didn't respect how good the Rockets were this year.
Yeah.
Like, and from their perspective, a great player is going to take them over the hump. Talk to me about Jalen Green, because I thought that was the cornerstone of the Rockets. And every report I read is like the Rockets gave up nothing to get KD. And I'm like, really? They gave up their best player and 5 picks.
And I mean, Dylan Brooks was solid for the Rockets. I mean, it's a defensive player.
Yeah,
maybe on your nerves, but like
he's like a Marcus Smart kind of guy.
Yeah. But he's played well and he's fit the team. Like he fits with that team with the young guys, and you got like a brute force over there as well.
Yeah.
But Jalen Green, I thought he was the franchise too. Maybe the Rockets don't see it that way. I don't think he's like
I know that the 4 is good. So I don't know how to say his name. Seguin,
Alpern's Şengün.
Yeah. And I mean Thompson's decent, but I don't know.
Ahmed Thompson's a dog. I mean, he'll get better.
But this
year too. Yeah.
Yeah. I was confused because I was like, yeah, I mean, KD is obviously better than Jalen Green.
Yeah,
but
he's also going to be there for like
next
2
year.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they're going for right now.
I don't get it then.
I mean, they have a great coach. They've got.
How do you not take that deal if you're the Suns? Other than you have 12 guards and nothing else now.
The Suns wanted out. They got to rebuild anyway.
They got 5 picks.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The Suns wanted out of KD.
Yeah.
I mean, they still got Devin Booker, which I feel bad. It's tragic for what he has to go through. They got
to move him.
I don't know. He's been there forever. He's their guy. He's owed a lot of money with them.
Beal.
If you can, he's owed so much money as well. But I feel bad for Devin Booker in this situation because he had multiple championship runs, and then this chapter with KD is not worked out to what it should have been. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I was confused at first. Then I was told that it was good for the Rockets, and they're better than I just don't think the Rockets are good enough to win now to do this.
I mean, they went all for it, so like they have to win now because KD's window is the next 2 years.
I don't think I can name a player on their bench.
That's the thing with KD teams; they've always have no bench. They trade for KD and they don't have the depth. And one injury sets the franchise back 10 years because of all the money that you're owed to these players.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how it plays out.
Dude, I'm like leaning back. I feel like I look like a slouch on camera. I promise you guys I'm not a slumdog millionaire.
Unless you want to be.
Yeah. I'm definitely not a millionaire. You wanted to talk some other trades though.
Yeah. Jordan Poole. Let's get this one correct as well. He's on his way to...
That wasn't 1-for-1 for McCollum, was it?
No. So it's McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, 2027.
Kelly Olynyk is still in the NBA?
Yeah, he's playing for the Pelicans. Well, now the Washington Wizards. To Olynyk, McCollum in 2027 second round pick to the Wizards. And then Sadiq Bey and Jordan Poole are on their way to NOLA. Yeah. I mean, not that consequential. I do think Jordan.
What do you think about? Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think about Jordan Poole?
Jordan Poole's a good player. I think he lost a lot of confidence after that the smack up by Young Dre. Yeah, it was pretty nasty. He got sucker punched real bad. He must have said something crazy, but no one deserves that. Whoever leaked that video is a hoe.
Yeah, for real. That was crazy though. I've been in a lot of practices
where some stuff has happened and you're like,
Draymond close fisted.
Oh, it's boy.
Twice. Bang, bang.
He like sat him down. Like he might have been knocked out.
He fell.
He might have been knocked out.
Yeah.
That was assault, brother.
Yeah, that was serious.
But I do think Jordan Poole is still a good player. He can just get you buckets. He was never a defensive guy, but I do think he lost a little bit of luster after that.
For me, he's a
six man
on a championship team.
Yeah, I think he can have a bigger role, but I don't know if he does well with a bigger role.
Yeah, like on the Wizards, whatever. Yeah, you can be great.
But your team's going to suck.
He'll be fine in New Orleans. Yeah. He'll average 15.
He'll probably average like
16.
20, yeah.
You think 20?
Yeah.
With Zion and Ingram, and there's people who score.
Ingram's not on the Pelicans anymore.
Where is he? Utah?
Is he on the Pelicans? I don't think he is. Or he was hurt last year.
We don't fact check here. No, yeah. That's a problem.
So he's not on the Pelicans.
Let's know where Brandon Ingram's playing these days. And then I guess the last thing we have is the draft, right? Were there other trades you wanted to talk about?
Brandon Ingram's on the Raptors?
No.
He is on the Pacers. I mean, he's on the Pelicans. What the heck am I thinking?
He was in
22.
some rumor stuff last year for sure, but yeah, he didn't move. Anyway,
No, he is on the Raptors.
What?
Yeah. They're on the Raptors, current team. They joined in 2025.
Is he all right anymore or not really?
I mean, he's still averaging 22, but he's just like, he's not healthy. He's like a good bucket, but he's just never on the court. Kind of like Zion.
Yeah. Any other trades?
That was it. Those were only two pre-draft trades. There hasn't been anything going on draft night so far.
I thought there would be. I thought for sure
There'd be more
we would
action,
trade Howard.
especially with Ace Bailey. I thought the Sixers would have traded out of that, but they ended up taking the pick at 3, and still no trades even after the picks as well. So it's been pretty quiet on that front.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess let's run through a couple. So as predicted, Cooper Flagg goes number 1 to the Mavs. Dylan Harper goes 2 to the Spurs. And then we actually recorded the Sixers drafted number 3 overall. So we'll cut to that quick here. VJ
Edgecombe.
Edgecombe.
Dude, he's super African. I heard him talk the other day, and he's got a thick accent.
That's him?
Yeah, it's VJ.
Yeah, people love him, except they say he's
small.
He's another guard.
Yeah, and he's like 6'3", 6'4", maybe smaller than that. But we've got McCain, Maxey, and then Edgecombe. I just don't think that works in this NBA. You need Pauls, but tall, long wings.
I did not think you were going to say wings. I thought you were going to say ninjas.
No. I mean, well, that too. He's like, don't pick me. Please don't pick me. Please don't pick me.
Well, anybody. Wasn't just.
He needed guarantees, bro. If you're not the number 1 pick, I don't think you can demand things like that. He needed guarantees to do an interview. Like,
What does that mean?
he needed guarantees. He was like, I'm not doing the interview unless you guarantee me this.
That you will. Oh, trade. Feels like something happened.
Oh, Trey Johnson is live from Texas.
Oh, no, the pick is in.
It might be a trade still.
Trey Johnson looks smaller than him.
Trey Johnson like 6'6". He's a wing.
They're going to take
Bad
Ace
angles.
Bailey and then trade him.
Con Knipple out of nowhere.
How do you feel about Knipple?
I love him.
I guess we'll
but,
talk
like,
about it in the episode.
athletically wise, it's going to be tough for him to play defense. But he does everything on the court well. But let's lock in.
Wow.
Oh, it's Bohemian. Okay. My brother's in the Bahamas right now on his honeymoon.
VJ Edgecombe. I guess, yeah, we probably should say it because they can't hear the TV.
VJ Edgecombe is coming to the Sixers from Baylor. We got another guard. I got to look up his height now.
Well, McCain's like 6'6", I think, isn't he?
I think it's like 6'4", bro.
Well, I heard somebody saying Maxey was small, but McCain's not.
McCain's small. VJ Edgecombe. Sorry. Height 6'4". Jesus. 6'5". I mean, in shoes, he's 6'5".
6'4".
Yeah. Let me look up McCain. Jared. McCain. 6'3".
Wow. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like I think he's a better player than Ace Bailey. I'm really out on the Ace Bailey Dylan Harper thing. I really, really am.
Yeah.
They were not good. Not them in particular, maybe, but Rutgers was like less than successful. And we've talked about it before. It's like if you're the 2nd and 3rd pick in the draft, it should be enough in a college setting to take your team to the playoffs and all that.
Yeah, you should win your league. If
Like
you're
in football, no. Okay, there's 11. There's 22 people who participate out for an offense and defense.
And you only play one
Basketball,
side unless you're Travis Hunter.
so if they're not looking to trade, I'm happy with this pick. I wasn't really in the Ace Bailey camp. Well, I think I'm getting a little. I've been listening to a lot of talk radio.
And everybody's out on.
They're out on him because he's out on. I don't know if he's out on us, but he didn't practice for anybody, but he threw out the first pitch for the Mets or something like that.
Yeah, he did.
So
Maybe baseball is this game.
I think he's a better player.
VJ Edgecombe. We'll see. I mean,
But we just don't need a guard at all. I mean, look at that.
He's out there flying around. I mean, I can't say I watched much of Baylor games last year, but I mean, I guess it's what you do.
Baylor's had a lot of good players come out of there recently.
Yeah. But I mean, oh my god, oh that's when he dunked on the coach's son. Yeah, I remember that. I mean, if Ace Bailey doesn't want to play for you, you don't draft him.
Yeah,
You don't get a player that doesn't want to be here, especially in Philly. That's going to be super tough to deal with. Their fans are going to be on it from day one. So,
well, we'll see what happens. All right, Philadelphia goes with VJ Edgecombe.
interesting to see where
A lot of people
Bailey
thought
falls.
they'd trade the pick. I heard a lot like don't settle in after the pick is made because. But I think with VJ, that's somebody that they want. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Mom is crying. It's a good day, man.
So that was our reaction to the Sixers drafting the 3rd overall. They ended up going with VJ Edgecombe. I'm not too bummed about that. I mean, we can talk about 1 and 2 if you want. I just feel like we've kind of given our takes throughout the build up to this.
Sure.
So if you want to give your take on 1 and 2, go for it. But I'd rather hear you.
I mean, 1 and 2, we knew that were going to happen. That was set in stone. Flagg and Harper were the whole draft pre-process where they were 1 and 2. 3 and 4 got a little tricky. I'm just worried about the size. The size. We just talked about it in our clip.
What she said.
That is what she said. What 6'3", 6'5", and 6'3", around there. So there's 3 guards that are under 6'5" in this National Basketball Association. It's going to be a little bit tough, but we'll see. We'll see how it works.
So if you were there, who are you taking? Or what are you doing? And then I'll force you to make a pick.
Yeah.
But are you trading it if it was you?
I think you can.
Igor. Sorry. This dude named Igor just got drafted.
I've never heard of this guy in my life.
No.
I think you can trade back if you're going to take Edgecombe because I think teams ahead of you, like you saw Charlotte picked. I mean, obviously it's after the fact, but you could have traded back like a couple picks to draft Edgecombe at 5 and get something else.
Yeah, so a consensus was Ace Bailey. So from your perspective, if we trade it back, you think Edgecombe would have still been there?
Yeah.
He looked incredible in the highlights they played for the draft.
Everybody looks incredible in the highlights.
So I do think though, I think he's a better player than Ace Bailey.
Right
I honestly
now?
believe that. Yeah, right now.
I think the potential's higher for an Ace Bailey.
I think we said it in the clip that just passed.
Yeah.
If not, I'll
double down.
just confirm.
Yeah.
Maybe double downing, but like I'm just out on that Rutgers duo, man. I really am. I just like
you need winners on your squad.
If you guys are supposed to go 2 and 3, you're playing in the Big Ten. You should not be 3rd team all Big Ten.
Should not be below 500.
You should not make even March Madness below 5. Everything, all the above. So I don't know. There are even NBA
flags.
teams that only have 2 guys. I'm not trying to compare them to LeBron necessarily, but like LeBron in Cleveland, whether you want to do early 2000s or the 2016 team, I mean, without Kyrie and without Love in the finals, it's like he still got it done.
Yeah.
I mean, he lost a couple of those finals.
I mean, the NBA is a different beast, though. You're talking about
Kyrie left. Well, I know it's a different beast, but these guys are the 2nd and 3rd
That's
guys.
what I'm saying. But in college, they should be dominating.
Okay,
that
yeah,
scene.
yeah. I thought you were going.
No, I was on your side.
It should be even worse.
That's what I'm saying.
So, like in my head, like if Cooper Flagg was at Rutgers, he would get 27.
He would still win National Player of the Year.
Yeah, I think,
and they would be above 500.
I think so. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. So I'm happy in the sense that I think VJ Edgecombe is a better player
right now,
but I'm just going to leave it at better player. But I don't know what we're going to do with 3 guards, all 6'5" or shorter. I think giving Maxey 6'3" is generous, honestly.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, the NBA is running small these days. Not as much length out there.
Keep going. You've got more.
A little bit more girth, I would say, but not as much length. So
I thought it was less girth, more length.
Yeah,
guys like Chet out there, Wemby's.
Yeah, I was just doing a joke, Abe. I guess technically, yeah, you're right. More length, less girth. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yo.
But it's not like we have strong 5s. Like I think like the Warriors, the Heat, even the Celtics, sometimes, well, no, not really, because you're going to have Hartenstein or Chet out there. But I don't see Chet as like a scary 5.
No, he's like a stretch forward, but like he's just too damn tall.
Like people run offenses with a guy who's 6'9" as your tallest man. And we've always needed a backup for Embiid, so hopefully we get that. We tried with Drummond and B-Ball Paul, but it just doesn't work out.
Yeah. Well, when Embiid misses half the games.
If Edgecombe has to come off the bench, so be it. We have a great 3-guard rotation where we just rotate them, and then all we need to figure out is the 3, 4, 5.
So you're starting McCain next year?
Yeah.
McCain,
why would you not? He's the best rookie this year.
Oubre's back.
He hasn't signed yet, but yeah, I think he's going to.
Who are you going at the 4?
Do we have a 4?
Gershon Yabusele.
I like Yabusele, but he's not a real 4.
Yeah, he's like a 6th, 7th man.
7th or 8th, I would say. So anyway, we took VJ Edgecombe. Ave did mention Con Knipple. Is his name Connor? People call him Con?
No, it's just Con. It's just Kon.
I haven't decided if I like that or not. I'll let you know.
He's got 7 brothers. Their names all start with 7. Or he's got 7
with K.
Yeah.
Oh, is he the 7th?
No, he's like the oldest.
God, they started with Con?
Yeah.
Dude, there's Kyle. They're
like Caden with a K, I think is one of them.
What other K names are there that are like normal?
Kyle.
There's just Kyle.
Conrad, if you spell it with a K.
Yeah. Wait, okay. Maybe Con is decent. Okay. Anyway, Ace Bailey does end up going 5th overall to the Jazz.
That's such a good fit, dude. He's gonna love it in Utah.
I don't know. Yeah, he was playing hard to get, and then ends up in Utah. So we'll see how much he enjoys that. We watched who went 6th, 7th, and 8th while we were recording. Kind of missed it,
Eagle. Oh, Jason. Oh, he's still on the board. Never mind. You want me to run it up to see who's drafted so far?
Some Spears, I think, went 6th from Oklahoma. Was that his name? Spears? Does that ring any bells? And then Igor. And then whoever just went.
Yeah, 8th. Jeremiah Fears from Oklahoma. Trey Johnson from the
That's right.
UT.
Trey Johnson.
No. He's going to the Wizards. His career is going to die. But
wow, all right. Good luck, have fun.
He's going to make a lot of money at that 6th slot.
Yeah, and that's as far as we've gotten in the draft. I mean, if you have any, I think Derek Queen from Maryland could be all right. He's probably a little bit
undersized.
I was going to say he's a little undersized, but this dude might be decent. Again, probably undersized. I don't know if he's a center. I think.
I mean, he played for a great team, so that definitely helped his draft stock. But he is pretty athletic. His offensive game probably needs a little work at this level. Forget,
Cooper Flagg went out, and these dudes stepped up. That's why Con Knipple's up there.
Yeah, Con Knipple won player of the ACC tournament because Cooper Flagg.
Truth?
Yeah. Because Cooper Flagg had an ankle injury.
Yeah.
But he was hooping. And I do like Malawatch, but like I said, his offense needs a little work. He's got to step out on the floor in this NBA to be successful, I feel like.
Fair enough. St. Joe's.
I like
Rasheer.
Jason Richardson's son from Michigan State, the lefty.
He's good.
Yeah, he's number 7 right now in the remaining players.
Interesting. I was unaware.
Yeah, dude, we're getting old. I saw something. Brandon Roy's son just committed to some college. It's like Brandon Roy Jr. So we're getting so old so fast. Who else is up there on the draft? Thomas Sorber from the area. He went to Ryan around us.
Oh, that's who you're telling me about.
Yeah. He went to Georgetown for college. He had a really good year. He got hurt though, and he didn't finish the season. But
God dang. I don't know who that is, but his girlfriend is something else. Sorry, Mom.
Jeez.
All right, MLB, Ave?
Let's talk MLB. Yeah, let's do it.
Have you heard about Cal Raleigh?
I know he's got 31.
31?
31.
Yeah. 31 bombs, maybe 32 now, actually. Whatever. 31 or 32. Yeah. Leading the MLB in home runs. He's a switch hitting catcher in Seattle.
He switched?
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. And he
Wait, he's in Seattle? I thought he was in Baltimore.
No, he's Seattle. Adley Rutschman's the catcher in Baltimore.
They all sound like
switch hitting catcher.
He switched.
Yeah. That's why. Classic mix up. But no, so Cal Raleigh
actually better question. How is he doing in the month of June?
That's what I do. I was going to say June's a huge month for him. Yeah. He's a switch hitter and a catcher. It's a big month for him.
Yeah. A lot of balls going yard.
Yeah, exactly. He's dropping nukes out there. So he actually chirped Judge a little bit because they asked him about the MVP race. Now, obviously, Judge is batting close to 400 and has almost 30 home runs, OPS out the wazoo. And Cal Raleigh said something along the lines of like, yeah, it's a little bit different doing it switch as a switch hitter and not in the Bronx because Yankees known
the
for having a
yard,
small
the shortest
ballpark.
yard, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I think I don't know if he won the Platinum Glove, but he's a former, like last year, Gold Glover as a catcher. So, and Judge is a good fielder too. He might have a Gold Glove or two in his cabinet, but Raleigh, in my opinion, is making a serious case for MVP. Judge, obviously, it would be ridiculous for him not to win with the year he's having, but
the dude's girlfriend that you just said was how I got drafted.
oh, that's huge. The coach probably saw it.
He's like, yo, get him to wherever we are.
Yeah. Get that bitch on a plane. Yeah, she's wearing a red dress. She's looking hard. He seems like a good dude. Not sure how good he is at basketball, but
my friend just texted me and said, who the hell is this guy? The Conor McGregor. I mean, I've never seen this guy play basketball in my life.
no. Colin Murray Boyle.
Got two last names. I don't know about it.
So my question is, so he's second team All SEC. What happened to the first team All SEC? There weren't 5 SEC guys.
Maybe they're a bit older. They always go for the youngest guys in the NBA.
On some Jeffrey Epstein shit.
they really do. Gotta get him in the building early.
What's the difference if he's 23 or 22, dude?
To the NBA teams, the biggest in the world. Both.
Yeah, but I think that's a miss. Anyway, I'm probably wrong. Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
I think he has legitimate MVP hopes and a legitimate MVP case. It's going to be tough if, Judge is batting 100 points over him, but OPS is only within 102, which is still a lot, but not as much, if batting average is the case. So we'll see what ends up happening, but it's the most
32 maybe.
I think I know Bonds has the most home runs before an All-Star break at 39.
Jesus.
So we're probably 2 or 3 weeks away from All-Star break. Not saying that he will get there, but I don't know how familiar. This is like a point guard leading the league in scoring. By the way, it's not impossible, but catchers are supposed to be defensive. Like a point guard's supposed, like Steve Nash is your ideal point guard, like Chris Paul.
Yeah.
I say this in a season where a point guard led the league in scoring. So Shai is unlike most point guards. I think we can agree on that. Same thing with Luka. But so like a catcher being able to do this is pretty incredible. And he's not just some like fat slob like Piazza. He was a great hitter, but he wasn't great at fielding. He wasn't bad necessarily, but
he wasn't the best.
He wasn't winning Gold Gloves.
Yeah.
So all that to say, keep your eye out on Cal Raleigh if you haven't been yet.
Cal Raleigh.
He seems like a cool dude too, and he's absolutely tearing up the league. He's been like 285, 290. So it's not like he's a bad for average hitter. But when Judge is hitting 275 or 375, 390, it is what it is.
Yeah, Judge is different. I don't think you can take the MVP away from Judge this year, even if Cal Raleigh.
Not yet.
But I mean, Judge is still close with the amount of home runs.
That's like 310 and leads the AL in homers by more than 4.
Yeah,
he's gonna get the MVP.
I want to know what.
That shirt's sick, by the way.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
I want to know how many home runs Judge has away from Yankee Stadium, and how many like home runs per game away from Yankee Stadium he's averaging compared to what Cal Raleigh's doing.
I do too. Can somebody, when you watch this, can you look that up? Or Juan, I know you two definitely listen to every episode. 100%. You let us know what that answer is because we don't fact check. So,
and we don't have Jamie this week. So
yeah, no Jamie. Although she would never fucking find it. So Ave, moving on.
Yeah.
Don't know how to say this dude's name. Mizorowski. Have you heard of him? This Brewers rookie that just got called up?
Never heard of him in my life.
So I was excited to see him because I saw some minor league clips of him, but Jay actually sent me a video of his debut.
Is he straight out of high school? Did he play in college ball?
I think he's a college player.
Okay.
Relatively quick to the MLB.
Yeah.
Not like the youngest kid ever, but low 20s.
Yeah.
He throws 102 and he's 6'7". And
he's 6'7"?
Yeah, bro. So his command is incredible. Like a lot of bigger guys can throw harder because there's more length, there's more girth, there's more strength. You get the velo pouch, inertia, Newton's laws, all that stuff.
Yeah. Physics.
But the mechanics sometimes are not there. Like when a little guy's throwing hard, it's because the mechanics are great.
Got you.
This guy's 6'7" with great mechanics, so he sits like 99 to 102. He threw a 96 mile an hour slider the other day, and it embarrassed this guy. He ended up on his knees on the ground. He swung, got twisted up. It started over the plate and like ended up at his back hip. So by the time he swung, it was
that's
disgusting.
nasty.
his debut, he went 5 innings through a no-hitter and then rolled his ankle on a pitch.
No.
Yeah, and got taken out of the game. Today, his second outing, it went well as well. I don't know that he was necessarily throwing a no-hitter, but it went pretty well. Today, he beat Paul Skeens, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he's doing it. Yeah, okay.
He went 5 or 6 again. No, I think he threw a no-hitter again. But they took him out at like 72 pitches. The first time, obviously, he rolled his ankle. Second time, I'm not exactly sure why. I'm moving around trying to keep this mic in front of my mouth. I want to see how long he went. Brewers. So they won 4-2. 2 hits, 8 Ks, 2 walks, 74 pitches. His ERA is 1.13 after 3 starts.
How many innings did he go, you said?
Only 5.
Only 5.
Yeah, so I think they're keeping him. I don't know. Maybe he's got some injury history or something, and they're kind of working him back slowly. But yeah, this dude, keep an eye out for him. He looks legit as so like legit.
With these prospects, when they're coming up, are they pitching full games in the minors?
Yeah. Like if they're throwing a no hitter, they'll go all the way.
Got you.
It's just high stress, high tension in the MLB. Maybe more pitches thrown because more batters are there, but like every single pitch has more leverage.
Yeah.
A guy like that throwing 102 doesn't have to absolutely focus up and hit a corner every single pitch in AAA or AA because you'll blow up by him. But
you got to be on your toes.
It's crazy.
How good these guys are.
100 down the middle, they will hit it.
Yeah, no matter who it is.
Yeah, it's pretty unreal.
They're professionals. It's almost like.
Yeah,
I was going to say, speaking of no hitters, the Grom had a no hitter working through the 7th.
I didn't know that.
And he only completed 7 innings. He got it. There's a hit, I guess, in the 8th, and then he was retired for the day.
Okay.
But
I thought they pulled him.
Oh yeah, no, they did pull him after.
I thought you meant like while the no hit.
Oh no. Yeah, he finished with 1 hit. And dude, I had great pitching for my fantasy team. So DeGrom went 7 innings, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts. Kikuchi, my boy from the Angels, he went 7 innings, 3 hits.
You drafted him again after
12 Ks.
Here we go. Rockets pick
12 Ks.
Wait, they do have the 10th pick.
It's a proposed trade. You see the top left?
Oh, so this is
it's
the
not
Suns
official
pick.
yet. Oh, my watch.
The Duke guy. Do they need a 5? Yeah.
Well, they got Shangoon. I guess he's like 6'10".
No, this is to the Suns though.
Oh, you're right.
The Suns definitely need a 5.
Yeah, they need a lot. Oh, that's Rich Paul. This is his agent. Cool. Like Rich Paul.
That's Rich Paul
Right there. I just dabbed him up. That's my dog. I just got his book. I got to finish that. That's a big man. It's a big black man.
Whoever he dapped up, I'm assuming his brother.
Yeah. Oh,
Ugly.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
It's crying. He got the tears out.
He looks like Luol Deng.
He does a little bit, but he's like 5 inches taller than that man. You know, Luol Deng's British.
Huh?
He plays for the British national team. Or he played for the British national team. For basketball, yeah. In the Olympics, he
didn't grow up in England.
He might have a British accent. No bullshit.
Wow. Colonizers.
And then you're speaking of 102. I know we've spoken about it on previous podcasts, but Aroldis Chapman, he's just still doing it.
I'm glad you brought this up.
He's still doing it.
It's unreal. I don't know, because I was like, maybe not a forgotten legend, maybe maybe underrated, maybe, I don't know, because I don't know what the stats look like necessarily. But dude,
no stats.
It's unreal. He's 37, I think. And he's throwing 102 still.
Yes.
And his off speed's great, and he's throwing strikes. I mean, like, he's an asset still. Like, Boston has been selling players. We talked about Devers. Their center fielder Durant might go. Some people think they might move Bregman already after just signing him. Just because
Boston in a financial crisis or something? What is going on?
Oh, dude, you are the man. That's sideline banter's the best. I promise you will never ever find this anywhere else. You know what's happening with Boston?
No.
Guess who owns Boston?
Isn't like the Kroenke family, I want to say? It's
called Fenway
Sports Group, yeah.
Guess who else Fenway Sports Group owns?
The Liverpool.
Yeah. Guess who just made the second most expensive signing in EPL history?
Liverpool.
And then got rid of their best player for nothing.
Yeah.
A lot of people think Fenway Sports Group took the money from Devers,
then used it to sign Florian Wirtz.
Yeah, Florian Wirtz
and Frimpong.
Liverpool. Yeah,
they've not been a team known to spend a lot of money, So they
just did.
Yeah, I know. This conspiracy theory has got a lot of juice to it.
And Boston's not playing that badly. I don't think. I mean, maybe I'm going to eat my words, but they were second for most of the year. They might be third now. Yeah, in the AL East. Oh, they're falling. I mean, they're 40 and 42. They're 6.5 games out of first place, which means they're in the hunt for a wild card.
Yeah,
and they just lost 5 straight, which is all after the Denver trade.
Right. So they were above 500 before the trade.
Doing all right. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think there's a little bit of a conspiracy theory to look into that they traded Rafael Devers for Florian Wirtz. That's pretty funny.
That is actually insane,
dude. You're crushing the segues. You're like forcing me into that.
Just ruining your 2-minute drill.
No, I forgot all this.
It's perfect.
I don't even know if I got to the end of my point of the last thing you did.
You were talking about Aroldis Chapman.
Oh yeah, no, I guess I did. Yeah, he's great. It's unreal. I don't think enough people give him the respect he deserves.
Dude, when I see it come across the ticker, just like him throwing 102 or see a highlight, I'm like, what is going on?
To it, but he's old. I mean, old. He's 37.
That's an advanced age for a pitcher.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable! And he's not getting hurt.
No, yeah,
crazy.
Is he Cuban?
Yes, the Cuban Missile.
Cuban Missile, yeah. Cuban Missile.
So
they build them different down there.
They do, man.
We've said that story about Joe Rogan and Yoel Romero.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, they don't know what this guy is made of.
Your favorite player of all times from Cuba.
Yeah, crazy horse. Yasiel Puig. I wish he didn't get kicked out of the MLB.
Of the United States.
He got deported.
He was in some trouble. Not his fault. Just like the Cuban cartel and government, like they were all over him in his contract. And like while he was,
I saw that. I saw that article. They were like,
he was scared to go home after games. They would,
they
had
muscle him out.
A lot of that happens in hockey too with the Russian mafia.
Yeah,
half their contract goes back to the KGB.
Damn.
I wrote a paper about it. Don't tell anybody.
Well, he just told 1 million people on sideline bench. Internet's forever.
All right, last thing quick on baseball.
We got a trade alert, though.
I believe his name's Chase. Oh, Mark Williams to the Suns.
Finally.
Oh, so 2 big men.
Is he going to pass a physical, though?
They just got 2 big men.
Is he going to pass the physical, though?
Dude, the Lakers should have held on to him anyway.
They just said, skip the physical, say, hey, we're going to waive that.
He fails the physical, so what? And what is he not going to, could he have not, did he play for the Hornets after that?
I want to say yes. His body probably is going to fail in like 2 or 3 years, though.
You think it's that bad?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't like pass or not pass the physical for any reason, like for no reason.
I don't know. I just thought it was weird because they needed that asset badly.
It would have been
perfect.
Like,
never mind on a trade.
Or maybe the NBA says this can't go through. I don't know what it is.
Whatever.
But I'm pretty sure it's the Lakers doctor that do the physical on him.
Chase Burns. Shout out Andrew Morrow. He was the scout that drafted him.
Nice.
2nd overall. Last year, 2 years ago, he was a standout at Wake Forest, unreal, also hitting triple digits. He made his debut yesterday against the Yankees.
Awesome.
In the first 2 innings.
At Yankee Stadium?
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know.
That'd be a hell of a way to make a debut.
I don't remember. I took him for over 4.5 strikeouts yesterday, and he had 5 strikeouts in the first 2 innings.
Sheesh.
So out of 6 outs, 5 of them were
he's knocking them
down. And then he came out of the 3rd inning and let up 3 or 4 runs. I think 3.
Did he get pulled right after?
I think he went 4 innings, 3 earned runs, 8 strikeouts.
Damn.
Like he's good. Just,
inconsistent.
Pros will be pros. Yeah. No, I mean, he's fine. It is what it is. It's like, I don't know. Some rookie comes out, hits the first 4 shots, and then ends up going like 4 for 9, 4 for 11.
It's just a league. He's going to do. He'll be fine.
So anyway, another name to look out for from the Cincinnati Reds, Chase Burns, Wake Forest grad. He's a stud. He's really electric too. Like I don't know what he'll be like in the MLB, because you get a little humbled by them.
Yeah.
But like in college, he was a big
little trash talk. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you throw a 101 by a dude, he's just late, just disgusting, and you go, you motherfucker. I mean, I did that, but I was throwing like 91. I was throwing 10 miles an hour.
It felt like 105.
Yeah, I mean, I was still catching buddies up. So, just different levels. All right, well, this might be a quick one, Abe, because those were the 2 major topics. I think we want to talk some golf and some soccer still, but other than that, pretty quick wrap
on
up.
the baseball front, have you been? There's just one more thing that's going on. We kind of talked about it last year, but have you been following the College World Series at all or no?
Oh, dude, you are fucking on fire today, dude. I love you. Yeah, I did, and I was actually bummed because we didn't talk about it. Cedric Coward to
that's a terrible last name.
That's not the best first name. Portland Trailblazers from Washington State. GG's in the chat.
Dude, I've never heard of these guys before in my life.
Now, I don't know what these GMs are doing. Why are you drafting from Washington State?
Watch out for the big girl.
Maxie Park's grandfather, Olympian gold medalist.
Sick.
Season-ending shoulder injury after 6 games.
That's why I never heard of him. He played 6 games in college. Cedric Coward.
Dude,
He's got a big family.
The Blazers drafted Greg Oden and then never looked back on just drafting bad people.
That was a joke.
Sorry, I missed it.
So he's got a big family.
Why?
You got to run it back.
Were they large? God dang.
Not small.
There's like the Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
What was that? Baseball, College World Series.
World Series.
LSU wins their second College World Series in 3 years. 2 years, back to back? No, 3 years.
Versus Coastal.
Yeah, Cade Anderson, player of the tournament. LSU left-handed pitcher, runs it up to like 97 through a complete game. The last out was a strikeout at 95, so still had it in the tank. That dude is a stud. He'll get drafted top 5, probably top 3 after the tournament. He just had Coastal Carolina, electric team. Trying to think of I don't want to disrespect them, and I don't want to disrespect this team either by saying that this is disrespectful, but not quite Wichita State. I would say better than Wichita State for basketball for those who don't follow.
Yeah.
Like they are a relative like powerhouse, but just such a fun team of gritty. They get a lot of South Jersey guys, if you can imagine. Like a lot of bearded, just like not really caring about school type
Just
of
baseball
guys.
like a lot of Nick Castellanos.
Yeah, a lot of there you go. A lot of JUCO guys. There were 2 South Jersey kids that I grew up playing against. There were Ryan Shin, and I forget the other kid's name, but they were always very good. We knew they were good, and they both ended up going to Coastal Carolina. Coastal won it all, I think, or at least were in the finals. I think they won it all within the past 5 years or so. It was another great tournament. Arkansas had a pitcher who threw a no-hitter, 19 strikeouts in a no-hitter.
Jesus Christ.
Murray State, shout out John Morant.
Jesus.
Murray State advanced as a 4 seed, so there's like a ton of 1 through 4s.
Yeah.
So 4 is the lowest seed you can be. They advanced out of their region, went to the Super Regional. I think they might have made it to the World Series, and they kind of got smoked out by LSU. But awesome run for them. Who else? That's the main things. Hawaiian dude from Arkansas ends up winning the Golden Spikes Award. Although weirdly
what does that
enough,
entail? Golden Spikes
Player of the Year.
Okay. For college baseball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arkansas had a good run, didn't win it all, but they have the Golden Spikes winner. His name was like
he's gonna get drafted.
Alawe.
I love it.
Very Hawaiian.
Yeah.
But I didn't see him on the first team All-America. So
That's
I guess different like Rawlings and then, different perfect game, whatever. Yeah. But I didn't see him anywhere on second team or third team.
That's peculiar.
Yeah. I looked at it a couple times. I was going to say maybe I didn't, but I did. Like I looked at it.
You looked through everywhere. It's like, I can't find this man.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I wanted to see what position he was.
That's what I was about to ask.
So that I could see the rest of like who he beat. Yeah. There's always a tight race.
Right.
And he wasn't on the team at all.
That does not add up at all.
No.
There's one more thing that there's some controversy in that series. I don't know what it was about, but I think it was Coastal Carolina's manager, coach, whatever. He said something.
He got thrown out in the first inning of an elimination. So the first game was 1-0.
Mm-hmm. That completed 1-0.
LSU won 1-0.
Wow.
And then it's a best of 3. Yeah. So they only needed to win the second. Second game starts early evening, late afternoon. And the Coastal Carolina coach gets thrown out in the first inning. Yeah. And it was kind of a shit show because someone had something to say and the Coastal Carolina coach was like, "Why are you being so aggressive with this player or whatever?" And
someone on
Coastal Carolina had something to say about a call or I don't know. Okay. It wasn't like overly aggressive from the player, but then the ump looked at him and was like, he said yada yada yada, whatever. And the coach responds with, "That's because you've missed three calls already or 3 pitches already," something along those lines. And he tossed them for that because it's like arguing balls and strikes is kind of taboo, which I don't get because it's the same as arguing any other call, I guess. But you can't overturn them, so I think umpires get a little tight about it because it's like there's nothing that you can say that's going to make me overturn this. I'm not even allowed to. That being said, he gets thrown out, and then the first base coach chirps the umpire crew maybe about throwing them out or throwing him out in the first inning on his way back to first, and he gets tossed.
Oh my God, that's awful. So this is the second game. This is the elimination game.
Correct. So I think it was a relatively good game, but LSU took the lead. Coastal Carolina took the lead, 1-0. LSU tied it and then went ahead, and then I think they never really looked back. I don't think they blew them out, but they never looked back. And so, yeah, LSU, who's always a powerhouse, they won. Cade Anderson, or Richardson Anderson, who is the left-handed pitcher who I was mentioning, he was great. He was a first-team All-American. I think their number 2 pitcher was also a first-team All-American. So they had 2 guys on their staff. Black guy, he's a brother.
Yeah,
you don't see brother pitchers. So I was telling Alex, we were watching it together. Usually, you guys are outfielders. Yeah, let's be honest.
How many can you name in the MLB now?
Brothers?
Stroman?
Brother pitchers.
Brother pitchers. Stroman? Is Stroman a brother?
Stroman just got bounced. But yeah, he is a brother.
Okay.
And he can't. CC Sabathia. Can I just go historic?
No.
Current.
It's like, not like
Kumar Rocker.
No, like Caribbean influence, not like a darker Dominican.
Chase Burns might be half.
Okay. We'll take him.
Yeah. Kumar Rocker's definitely black.
Kumar Rocker. It sounds like an Indian, man. You can't name 5 off the top of your head. It's crazy. You? No, I don't know any.
I don't know if I can get the 5 historically. Dontrell Willis, CC Sabathia.
That's you're in.
There's trying to name like Gooden.
Drew
Gooden. No.
That's a basketball player.
Doc Gooden. Doc? I don't know. Something Gooden. He's an old pitcher. Yeah, but I was trying to take it to Alex. I was like, this is cool. Yeah. And he was like, I don't get it. I'm like, trust me, you guys are base runners.
Right. This is like seeing a white cornerback or something.
Correct. Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, yeah, he's very good. First team All-American. So his last name is Ianson. I think. He spelled it
by Ian's son.
He spelled it Eyanson.
Okay, he's not Ianson.
I think it's Ianson. It could be Ayanson, I guess, but Eyanson. Never saw it before.
Never heard of it.
All right, enough about baseball, I think. I mean, I'll talk baseball all day.
I got nothing. I got no more juice. I got no more pools out of the hat.
Oh, Ronald Acuna's cooking. He's back from injury. He's almost got 10 bombs already, batting like 400. So
that Braves is going to be scary, brother.
Ronald for MVP.
Strider's back too. Strider's healthy this year.
Yeah, but he's been not great. But that's fine. I don't like Strider. He's kind of
I don't like him either, but he's great.
I'm going to have to bleep that one. I think.
Keep it in. I don't like Strider either, but he's a phenomenal. Well, he was at one point a phenomenal pitcher.
He'll be fine, but he's been getting hit around a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bulls draft a French bull.
Another thing,
hate to see it
for the Phils. I don't know if we talked about it, but Nola on the IL. I think is it 60?
A while, yeah. I mean, I think part of it is trying to just help him get his head back or something. We have 5 guys who can go. Mick Abel's good. We have Luzardo, Wheeler, Suarez, got great flow. Sanchez, Mick Abel, and then Andrew Painter, who's in AAA still, but who might come up and supposed to be better than Mick Abel. So I just don't like Nola in the bullpen. So like when you get to the playoffs, you have to decide because you only need 3 or 4 starters in the playoffs. Suarez is going to be the best in the bullpen. He's done it before. He knows how to do it, but he's also been great as a starter, way better than Nola. So but do you put Nola in why do you put Nola in the bullpen? He's not good
coming into the game. Yeah.
His length is his strong suit. not his technique. It's his length.
He's able to last a long time.
Correct. He lasts long. That's why people
built the last. Their last.
Correct.
Aaron Nola. He actually came up with that slogan.
Yeah, I know.
Not a lot of people talk about it.
No, all right, golf. What
golf?
Do you know what tournament this was? I think it's just a flagged. I think it's just a And it's always telling me it's not a major, but it's a tournament that people enjoy watching. We'll keep it brief.
Jessica.
Seriously. Keegan Bradley, he wins on the final hole. It was a 2-stroke swing.
Dude, I feel like every single tournament for golf is the Travelers Championship.
Was that what it was? Oh my God. Yeah. So Tommy
TPC
Fleetwood.
course.
Tommy Fleetwood, who, if I'm not mistaken, has the
Sick
most
last
top
name.
10 finishes without a win. So Francois was very much rooting for him to win while we were watching.
Yeah.
He was up a stroke going into 18. So he could afford to even lose by a stroke on that hole and still at least advance to a tiebreaker. His approach shot was okay. Both drives were kind of near each other. Fleetwood ends up going down a club as he's looking at the approach. I don't know what if his caddy advised him to do that or the opposite, if it's what he wanted. He's like 30 yards short off the green at that point. So he hits it. It looked like a fine hit. He didn't shank it. It just was the wrong club. Bradley, who's like maybe 10 or 20 yards ahead of him after the drive, beautiful approach shot. So Tommy needs to two-putt
To force a playoff.
to par if Bradley makes it, which it's a pretty good shot. Tommy hits a putt way too soft. He needs to putt. He's still outside of Bradley, but now like kind of in the same vicinity. So Bradley gets to read his putt. Fleetwood putts again. It clearly hits something. I don't know what it is, but it jumps. And he misses. Like it's not like it's a rule that you just get to go again and hit something, but there was a piece of grass that was knotted up or something. It jumps to the right. He misses. He bogeys. So now Bradley needs to two-putt to par to then advance or just make this putt from 6 feet away to win.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he wins. He goes crazy.
Way to go out.
Yeah, and so Fleetwood still hasn't won. A lot of people love Fleetwood. He's a cool guy. He's got great flow. His son is
Great
so
last
cute.
name.
Have you seen his son?
I have not seen his son.
So all the kids take this shot. I forget. I think it's
they take shots of liquor.
TPC Sawgrass. I think I am not exactly sure, but one of the tournaments, the kids go out and they swing, and there's water in between, and his son hit it into the water, and he's English, and he's like, "Yo, I've been practicing all year for this shot. Just didn't have it in me this year." He's like 7.
He's talking like a professional.
Yeah, and like Rory, Tommy, and Scotty are all behind their kids listening to Tommy's son. Like, give it like it's a real interview.
Yeah.
And they're like laughing, and Tommy's like cracking up too. And he's got a beautiful swing. He's 7. It's just like a decent carry. So, but yeah, quick last thing to add to the golf. Keegan Bradley, he's not a slouch, not a random guy to have won.
Keegs.
I think he's like top 10 overall, top 5 American in the world. He's meant to captain the Ryder Cup for Team USA, but he's undecided on whether or not he's going to be a player captain. From his perspective, he wants to earn it. He doesn't want to just be like, I'm the captain, so I'm going to play. I'm the captain now. But he's kind of on the fringe. Ryder Cup, I think, brings 4 or 5 guys. Yeah. So he's got a big decision to make on whether or not he's going to play, because it could be a bad look to some extent. Yeah. It's like, I just want to play. But at this point, he's coming off a win. He's already ranked relatively well. He deserves it if he feels like he wants to play.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to play like this, put him on the team.
That's what I'm saying. So I
need you out there, buddy.
I guess it's like DeChambeau, Koepka, Scotty, obviously.
There's one more.
Fowler and the Matsumura, probably. Colin, what's his name?
Matsuyama.
Yeah, I think it's some Japanese, but he's American. It's definitely
Morikawa.
Morikawa.
Yeah, that's my dog. Colin Morikawa.
No,
you're talking about a different guy then.
All right, then it's him.
I'll pull up a picture of Morikawa. That's my dog.
It probably is him. Yeah,
it's Morikawa. That's my dog.
He's probably the 4th American. But anyway, Bradley's close.
He's 5th in the PGA Tour right now,
so he might be. He might play. All right. Last but not least, football, soccer. We'll probably talk NFL soon. We might do an early fantasy draft. So keep an eye out for that. There's some news. Rodgers went to the Steelers, things like that. I think Micah.
It might be his last year. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I mean,
he said it was.
Yeah.
I think Micah Hyde went to the Ravens, so that secondary is crazy.
Micah Hyde? No. The dude Jair Alexander.
Jair Alexander. Yeah,
from the Green Bay to
Derek Queen, 13th overall to Atlanta.
I think isn't he from Atlanta?
I don't know.
No, he's from. I think he's from Maryland because he went to Maryland.
Yeah, so we'll talk NFL soon enough. That's obviously an exciting sport, and we're almost there.
Yeah.
Soccer, though. Club World Cup, better than I thought it was going to be. Kind of thought I was going to hate it. Miami beats Porto. Some South American teams representing really well.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Paris play Seattle the other day.
Like the MLS team?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't know. I thought it was going to be corny.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't love the way they're going to, gain or not gain money based on views and not wins.
Yeah.
But they seem to be competitive. They're
the games
they put their starters out there and played.
They're playing the best players. I mean, some games have been out of whack, but most of the games have been really, really competitive. You're seeing MLS teams do fairly well against bigger competition as well, and they for the most part they've just been competitive. Like the games are like 2-1, 3-1. Like they're tight.
Yeah, so that might be fun. I mean, listen, right now it's like too much. I can't.
There's so much on, and they're kind of hard to watch. Like a lot of the games aren't on network TV.
Oh yeah, I use my dad's my dad has accounts for everything because he loves television and paying for premium subscriptions.
Oh yeah, yep. He does have a lot of those channels.
He has because he pays for all of the subscriptions fair and square.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Anyway, there's a lot of games going on. There's 32 teams, something like that?
32 teams, yeah. They're playing 3 games a day for...
But when it gets to the end, I'm hoping that there's 8 teams left. 2 of them are Cinderella stories or 3 of them. And it seems possible.
We're in the knockout stages now.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. So I know all the Brazilian teams have qualified. I'm not sure if the knockout stages have started yet, but all of the Brazilian teams that have played, I think there's 4 of them, have moved on to the knockout stages.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Porto went up 1-0, by the way. I'm just going to shout out my boy Messi here.
And he scored that.
And he banged a free kick to win 2-1.
Oh, it was a free kick?
Yeah.
I thought it was a PK. I got the story wrong. Nice.
I'm pretty sure I saw him score a free kick against Porto.
Technically, a PK is a free kick.
Truth. A reading from the Book of Truth. Anyway, yeah. So Club World Cup could be great. We'll see who ends up being there. But I was kind of against it. Because I thought it was just random for money, making them play so many more games for no reason. They're already.
I love sports.
Yeah, but I love sports.
The NBA Finals.
I love these games.
I love these games. NBA Finals just concluded. I need something to get me where I need to be watching sports.
Yeah, well, baseball is that for me. Probably less for you. But I can
watch the Phils all day.
You need something to get you to the NFL season.
Yeah, but dude, honestly, it's been good. Now I'm catching up on Better Call Saul.
True.
There's other things to my life right now besides sports, but I would love for something to come back into my life.
Somehow you can sit down for between an hour and 3 hours and discuss it for.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also conducive to the pod to have sports going on.
True. One last thing on the list here, Abe. You want to take us home?
Oh, me. So this is big news in my household. This is one of my favorite players ever. Was suspended, drug ban for, 18 months? And he sat out the full 2 years, but he's finally got a contract. So I must say, La Pioche, Paula Pogba will be playing for AS Monaco in League One next year. He's going to have a great time. Monaco's
that's a fun place to be.
A phenomenal city. And it's good to see him back on the pitch because he's one of the most electric midfielders that's ever played the game. Probably does not get the respect that he should have, but he's one of the best players that I've seen in my lifetime play soccer.
Yeah, I actually just... I'm
not going to watch his highlights all day.
I was going to say, I just watched highlights of him cooking Toni Kroos in the World Cup 2020.
Dude, you put him and Conte... they've never lost a game when those two start a game.
Is that truth?
Never lost a game. Not one game.
Wow.
They may have tied. They may have went to PKs and lost, but they never lost on the field because PK technically ends up as a tie. So that combination would have been lethal at a club level. If Manchester United would have gotten Conte or if Pogba would have went to Chelsea, even though Chelsea already won a Champions League. But if they linked up at the club level, it would have been over. Game over for the world. That's just like the perfect combo. You can't really ask for much more.
I love that. I mean, in FIFA, Antoine Griezmann sitting right in front of them because they just lock down the middle of the field. They both have unlimited stamina.
Yep. And Pogba can do everything, especially in FIFA. I feel like just watching him at Man U, he always hit the post and he should have a lot more goals than he's credited for. But in FIFA, he just bangs them in. It's right there. So Pogback, Monaco. I won't say that I'll watch a ton of those games, but I'll watch the highlights.
Yeah, I mean, I probably watch a handful more than you because Pierre will watch him. Although I think I don't think he loves Pogba, but I don't think he's anti-Pogba either.
He's French. He can't be too much of an anti-Pog guy.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all we had for you today, ladies and gentlemen. 2-minute drill, Ave.
Dos minutos. I don't have much. Let me see if I got anything. But you go.
All right. Well, mine's quick, not all that crazy, but I think it's crazy. One of my favorite players of all time in baseball history is Nolan Arenado. He is historically a Rocky, but recently a St. Louis Cardinal.
Mm-hmm.
He recently became one of 7 players ever to have 350 home runs and 10 Gold Gloves. So obviously that shows both sides of the baseball.
Yeah.
So he is the 7th. 5 of the others are Hall of Famers: Willie Mays, Ken Griffey Jr., Mike Schmidt. And then Andrew Jones is the only one who's not, but he should be and likely will be soon. And then the other 2 are classic legends. So shout out to Arenado. Nobody has more. Only Willie Mays has 12 Gold Gloves. The rest of them are at 10. So if he gets 11 or 12, he and Willie Mays will be the only 2 people with more than 10 and 350 home runs. Willie Mays, however, has 660 home runs. Arenado needs more than 300 more. So we'll see how that goes.
I've got one stat that I'll share. We may have already shared this before, but it came across my feed again, and we got to glaze Messi because he's the absolute GOAT. But this is most man of the matches in one league. So this is all time in Europe's top 5 leagues.
Can you let me guess the rest?
Yes. Okay. All right. So it's going to be Messi in the La Liga. He's got 222 man of the matches.
Okay. What are the other? That's crazy. I've seen this. Give me.
That's over half a year's worth of days.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt your 2-minute drill. So don't give away the names, but just tell the people like the difference between Messi and the other people who have the most in a particular
Got you. So Messi's number 1 in La Liga with 222. Do you want me to say the league?
If you want. Yeah, it's not going to give it away that much.
So the second most is in the Premier League, and they've got 62. The third most is in the Bundesliga, and they've got 48. The fourth most is in League One, and it's 42. And the fifth most is 38, and it's a South American league. I don't know which league it is. I
just won't do the South American league. All right. I think I know the Premier League, so it's going to sound like I know ball, but is it Hazard?
Hazard was 62, yes.
Okay. I probably wouldn't have said Hazard first, but I just knew that answer.
Yeah.
Bundesliga, you said I'm going to say Lewandowski.
No.
Muller?
No.
Are they still playing?
Yes.
Cruz?
No. Cruz is retired.
Oh, how's that for a follow-up? Just retired.
Can I give you a hint?
Yeah.
They're playing in America.
Schweinsteiger?
No. Retired. You want another hint?
They're playing in America, and they played in the Bundesliga to the point. Oh, Marco Reus?
Yeah, 42 Marco Reus.
Wow. And then French League. No, 48.
48, yeah.
42 is the French League.
Could be anybody.
Yeah. Neymar?
No.
Ibrahimovic?
I don't think he played that many games. Yeah, it's a lot of time.
Ibra?
Yeah.
Nice.
A lot of time with PSG. That was fun.
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty good ball knowledge.
That's how I do my trivia for you, just so you know. Yeah. I don't just have fucking questions here. I just see that and I go, oh, Messi would be easy.
Yeah. What made you go with Hazard for the Prem?
I just knew that was the answer.
Yeah.
That's why I said I don't want to.
I know Hazard's a dog. I didn't know he led the.
I just know.
Prem
I just knew he led the. If you said no, I wouldn't have. I probably would have said Henry, Cristiano, Rooney.
Yeah,
Kane.
Kane for sure. Yeah,
that would
Salah. I mean, he's been there for 7-8 years.
Yeah, that's
dominating.
But I knew it was Hazard. So. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there goes episode 41. New setup. Studio will be getting better and better. Audio should have been pretty good today.
I hope so.
If it wasn't, I'll be pissed.
It'll be my fault if it's bad.
We held the cams. We did plenty of mic checks. We swore it was good. Lighting, I think better. I don't know.
Oh, for sure.
We'll see.
You need to get a tan, brother.
Bro, you need to get a tan too.
I'm about to be on my way.
All right. We'll see you in the next one, episode 42. Until then, thank you for sharing the bants with us. We'll see you next time. Later.